Hello, and welcome to this HelloID provisioning product release video for March 2022. HelloID provisioning is a 100% born in the cloud, easy to configure and maintain user provisioning solution. It helps organizations to fully automate the user lifecycle management in the network by connecting the HR or SIS as a source system. Every change in this source is detected and processed into the network. No more worries about stale user accounts, accumulation of licenses or access rights, manual user management, or compliancy issues. Please note that in this video, we will only show the new functionality for the March 2022 release. Please go to docs.helloid.com or our YouTube channel for more videos. Let's get started. In this video, we'd like to start with a PowerPoint presentation and then demo the new functionalities for the March 2022 release. We have one new item in this release: support PowerShell after AD account action. With this new feature, we introduce the possibility to interfere with the integrated account process lifecycle for the built-in Active Directory on-premise target connector. This can be extremely helpful in case actions need to be taken after one of the built-in account lifecycle events to customize and extend the functionality. For example, to update specific user attributes, creating custom home folders, or to integrate the processes that are being executed towards Microsoft Exchange. Let's show you how this new functionality works in detail in the following demo. This new functionality can be found on the on-premise Active Directory built-in connector underneath the Account tab. In here, we added the possibility of a script configuration based on a specific event in the same way as we did for PowerShell target connectors. By default, there aren't any scripts being configured for use, meaning they're not active until a custom script is provided. In this way, the current connector acts as before by only using the built-in connector logic for the Active Directory target system. To configure a custom script, there is an option available to load a default script, which can be used as a boiler template to get you started. Please be aware that on this one, the script configuration will be executed after all the built-in actions are completed. So this script will be executed for the account create after the initial account create of the Active Directory is completed. The scripts will function in the same way as they are used in the PowerShell target systems, but in this one, we also introduced a new object called entitlement context. From this, you will have some built-in parameters available to be used within your script. For example, domain controller information. The same domain controller as being used during the built-in action, so you don't have to take care of replication issues by a different domain controller. AD user, information used for referencing the account as created by the built-in action. This could be the account object GUID, SAM account name, or distinguished name. Configuration. This one is similar to the UI that's used in the target system. Exchange configuration. In case this is being enabled on the connector, the Exchange session parameters will become available for use within script. Lastly, export data. For the create account or update account script as an example, so you can extend the export data when adding additional information from this script. One remark about the use of export data is that if you return data from this script, this is the HelloID data you should be careful not to return an empty object. Otherwise, there will be no export data available within HelloID. It is also possible to return or extend audit log information in the same way that we are used to from the PowerShell target connectors. This can be extremely useful when, for example, creating a mailbox based on a custom script or a home folder. This audit log information will also be visible for these processes. To get along, we introduced the configuration, and this could be configured in the same way as before on the HelloID target connector PowerShell. So all the form fields will be generally available and can be configured from the config section. It's important to note that this same configuration can also be used in other PowerShell scripts. For example, on the configuration of a home directory. So within this PowerShell script, you can also use the field from the custom connector UI. And they are also available on the external system check, or they can be used on the PowerShell script for the Active Directory containers. One final important note is the integration of Exchange, in which we introduced a new setting called Enable Exchange Management, which is turned on by default. So, when you try to grant an account, the built-in action of the connector will also try to create and enable the mailbox for you in the same way as before. If you would like to take over control and use your own script to manage the mailbox integration from the Post Account script, then you can disable the management functionality but keep the integration active. If this is the case, we will only provide you with an Exchange session based on the settings that are being provided for the Exchange integration. So the URL for the endpoint, the username, the password, and all of the other authentication settings will be available as a PowerShell session within the script. Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know if you have any additional questions. You can post your question in YouTube or send it to isupport@toolsforever.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive frequent updates about improvements and changes in HelloID. Have a wonderful day.